Welcome to Those Were the Days. We are watching Archie Bunker, and yes, it is another episode. We are running out of episodes. We're about halfway through Season 1. If you guys want me to continue on to Season 2, let me know down in the comments, because if not, I will probably go into something else. So, with that being said, this one is called Books by its Cover. The old saying, don't judge a book by its cover. So I think that this has something to do with judging people based off of the way that they look, basically. Other than that, I don't really remember this one. I just remember that it has something to do with the way that people look or act, or however, the physical nature of people and their behaviors, basically, is what I'm thinking this one is about. I've definitely seen Season 1, but I don't remember every episode, and this one's kind of still foggy to me. So yeah, I mean, it looks pretty interesting. So with that being said, guys, let's jump in to Those Were the Days, Archie Bunker, also known as All in the Family. Here we go.
Michael, could you please help me? The can opener's stuck.
Oh, sure, babe. That's enough landmarks of economic thought for one afternoon.
And could you help me set the table, too? Roger will be here in a few minutes.
Oh, sure.
The table, too.
So he's studying, and they're getting ready for a friend to come over for dinner.
What's for lunch?
You'll see, and no grabbing any samples.
There's only one thing I want to grab.
Well, they're married, so,
It's a charity drive. I gotta say my husband don't have any old clothes. So I've been telling him that for 15 years.
Right, so 15 years.
There's too many handouts. Every guy and his brother's on welfare, which is the same as picking my pocket. Well, if they're gonna pick my pocket, they ain't gonna do it in my suit.
I guess that's fair.
Hear the substance, but the tone tells me to set this down nice and easy, mind my own business, and steal slowly out of the room. Didn't make it.
Get out while you can.
2 seconds away from freedom.
Oh, well, now, if it's freedom from me you're inferring there, you'll notice I ain't got no bars on that front door.
Archie, I'm making a joke. Can't you take a joke?
I
know
can
you can take a joke with the best of them.
Well, if you're gonna answer your questions as well as ask them, what do you need us for? You're a regular one-man family.
Right.
All right, you two, that's enough of that. Now, Michael, come on, I need you.
Now, hold it. Come here a minute. Come here. What is this here? S.S. Pierce Fancy Cashews? What, are we getting too classy for peanuts? Eat it.
I got no problem with peanuts.
Those are for company, and besides, they only cost a few cents more.
Cost a few cents more. Eat it. Did you bring these things into the house?
Probably.
And what do you mean, probably?
I mean, probably I did.
Well, probably you did could also mean probably you didn't. That's the way it is with a word like probably, right?
Probably.
What difference would it make? Whoever it is, you're not going to like them. You don't like anything about us. You resent our attitudes, our politics, even the clothes we wear. I don't think there's one thing about us you agree with.
I agree with that.
That's accurate, actually.
But that don't answer the question. Who's the big cheese you're having here for lunch?
Roger.
Roger the fairy?
Oh. He said the F word.
It was their friend, Archie.
Listen, Edith, we run a decent home here. And we don't need any strange little birdies flying in and out of it.
And he's an intellectual and he wears glasses. You make him out a queer.
I never said a guy who wears glasses is a queer. A guy who wears glasses is a four eyes. A guy who is a fag is a queer.
You know that in many countries, England, for instance, there is a law that says whatever two consenting adults do in private is their own business?
That's fair.
Listen, this ain't England. We threw England out of here a long time ago.
Right.
But no more part of England. And for your information, England is a fag country. What? Say, ain't they still picking handkerchiefs out of their sleeve, huh? Are they still standing around leaning on them skinny umbrellas like this here? Their whole society is based on a kind of a fagdom.
A fagdom. What is a fagdom?
You know you're right, Archie. You're right. The British are a bunch of pansies. Pansies, fairies, and sissies. And the Japanese are a race of midgets. The Irish are boozers. The Mexicans are bandits.
And you Polacks are meatheads.
You Polacks are meatheads. I'm one fifth gen Polish, so it's mean, but it's fine. It's whatever. He is a little stylized.
To see you again. Really a pleasure.
On one hand's enough.
I always like to think about everybody standing there in them, you know, frozen like. And then the next minute after the picture has been snapped, they're all off and moving again.
It's typically how pictures work.
Oh, London, huh?
Yes.
London, England, huh?
Yes.
You're a witness.
Vibrant. And you know they smelled heavenly?
He's off the ground again.
Look, it's 4 o'clock. And 1 minute later, after the picture was snapped, the hands were moving again. And it was 1 minute after 4.
It's usually how time works.
Nice seeing you too, Archie.
Oh, my pleasure, Mr. Bunker.
Whoopee.
There's a time and a place for everything. Wages go up, prices go up. Right away, inflation.
Yeah.
Right.
Steve is right. It's what you call your upward spinal.
That's what's happening now. Gas here is $3.99 a gallon.
Yeah, but your American workers going on strike is what makes your kids' shoes cost so much.
Not my kids' shoes.
Why not?
Because we buy Jap shoes.
Well, there you go.
What I mean is, how do you keep yourself in such great shape? I mean, geez, look at your shoulders and all that.
I work out every day, jog 2 miles every morning, and archery.
Cool. Speaking of archery, I did just drop the Robin Hood Men in Tights video. If you guys want to watch that, I'll link it up here for you.
Guys, how you doing? How you been?
Oh, get a load of this. My son-in-law and his pal Tinkerbell.
That's mean, but it's funny.
Will you, Mike? Hey, Steve!
Hey, Rod.
Hi, Mr. Bunker.
Good to see you.
Oh, they know each other. And he's annoyed.
This kid you come in with, is he straight?
Why are you looking?
I don't mind Steve. His camera store's just down the street here, and he only comes in for a drink once in a while on his way home. Besides, he don't camp it up, you know?
Are you trying to tell me that Steve is...
I just wouldn't want my place to become no hangout.
Wow, okay. So now Archie just Meathead just found out that one of Archie's best friends is gay. He's a little shocked by it too.
That's because you want to sit here and watch the fights with me, huh?
Well, no thank you, sir. I don't care much for pugilism.
Who's talking about pugilism? I asked you to watch the fights. Come here a minute, will you?
What?
Why don't you just open up a window? We'll all watch him fly out.
Ouch.
Commercial on here. Just take a second. Come on.
What do you got over here?
Yeah.
What is it? Oh, some kind of practical joke.
No.
Right.
It's not a joke. Gloria, show him.
Okay, watch Daddy. You take 3 steps back from the wall.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Then you put the chair in front of you, and you bend over and you put your head against the wall, and you pick up the chair and stand up.
Okay. It's pretty simple, isn't it?
That's it.
That's all there is. It's just that men can't do it. Michael can't do it. Show him, Michael.
Watch this. There you go. Same thing, right? 3 steps back from the wall. Chair in place. Head on the wall. Pick up the chair. Can't stand up.
A few inches later.
3 steps back, right?
Right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Put the chair there.
Okay.
Your head against the wall.
Right.
I lift up the chair.
Yeah. Now straighten up.
I can't straighten up. You didn't straighten
I
up.
know.
Right.
Give me the chair.
It's a equilibrium thing.
Yeah, he brought it back from England.
Boy, I bet he can do it.
Roger Bell. Well, you want to know who could lift that chair, Archie? I mean, not only could he lift that chair, but he could prance and flit all over this room with it. Your friend Steve.
Oh.
That big football player is a flower?
Oh, man.
All this pinko stuff, well, that's all right. That's what they're filling them up with in the schools nowadays, huh?
Right.
They're wide open sex any time of the night or day for no reason at all. When they go be smearing the name of a great linebacker, and you might as well shut the doors of this country and hang out a sign. Closed. Owner gone nuts.
We need that sign right now.
One time.
Are you serious?
Certainly. All right, go.
Couple of years ever since he started to come in the shop.
Couple of years. Now, you're a man of the world. Now, you must know that this kid is kind of a la-di-da, right?
What does Mike think, Arch?
Interesting handhold, because they're doing it this way. I usually do it this way, but interesting.
Well, Steve, you're going to want to bust him wide open when I tell you this. I don't know where he gets these brainstorms, but he thinks that you're the... I can't even say it, you Steve.
He's right, Arch.
Oh, that face. So he is gay.
Oh, you mean he's right about his friend Roger there?
About everything.
Oh, come on.
He thinks he's playing around.
How long you known me? 10, 12 years?
Yeah?
In all that time, did I ever mention a woman?
True.
Well, what difference does that make? You're a bachelor.
So?
I know, but bachelors, they're always acting kind of private.
Yeah, bachelor's date.
Put me on, but don't sit there and tell me that you... I mean, look at you, look at... Come on, will you, big clown?
He's in denial.
Your own way, Arch. The truth's in the eye of the beholder anyway.
Right. Or in his case, the beer holder.
I'll see you later, pal.
Well, if that's the punch of a fruit...
Uh-oh.
Yeah!
Nah.
You try it, Jerry.
I have an Aunt Jerry. It's kind of a unisex name.
I thought you said a guy couldn't do that. Now, I'm never going to trust you two again.
I'd like you to meet my friend Jerry Woodner.
Yeah, how are you?
Well, how do you do, Mr. Bunker?
Again, I have an aunt named Jerry, so, I mean, it's a unisex name.
Pleased to meet you.
2,000 years later.
Alright guys, let's talk about this episode of All in the Family, Archie Bunker. Pretty good episode. He had, Meathead had a friend over, and Archie thinks that he's gay. Nowadays, that's not really a big deal, but this was the 60s, 70s, I think more towards the 70s. So yeah, that was kind of a big deal. They were going through a lot of movements at that time. You know, women's lib and all that stuff was going on. The race stuff was kind of just ending at the time. Vietnam was going on. So a lot of things were going on, and a lot of people had a lot of opinions. Nowadays, it's not really so much a big deal. You do you, and as long as what you do doesn't affect me, who cares? That's pretty much how most people look at it. There are some people on either end of the fringe with that, especially with the boosted from not just gay, but now going into the trans thing. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, the contrast from even way back then to now. There were some words that you wouldn't really get by with today, like using fairy and Tweety bird and all that kind of stuff, or some kind of bird. Those things don't really fly nowadays. But most of what Archie Bunker hits at doesn't, and I think that's the point of the show, is to kind of point out those things. Archie believed that he was gay, but his friend came out to him and said that he was gay. The bartender actually told Archie that he was gay, and I mean, so he called it right. The friend was actually gay. So, I mean, the whole episode is based around books by their cover. We don't know if the friend was actually gay or not. No one really admitted to it. But his friend, who he thought was the manly man, big, strong, football player or baseball player guy, big sports guy, was gay. So it's kind of like when he more so thinks that it's kind of like a Mel Brooks movie.
Shows should be more pretty. Shows should be more witty. Shows should be more... What's the word? Gay? Exactly.
But with that being said, if you want to see more videos like this and be notified the next time I drop a video, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button. Give it a little tap.
Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
And if you want to see, maybe not subscribe yet, you're still on the fence, well, there is another video that's going to be popping up right up here for you. So go ahead and watch that if you will. With that being said, guys, I want to thank you guys all for getting this far in the video. I want to thank all of my subscribers once again, and we will see you next time. Peace.